42. Action. From back in the 70s, Billy Preston. What is going on, everybody? How are you all today? Listen, thanks for tuning in. I've got a back to getting on target, a Mars mission update to share with everybody. Made a couple little changes here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But the fact is, number one, speaking of the fact is, today is May 29th officially. It is your put a pillow on your fridge day. You see that? I don't need to make up foolishness when I can find it anywhere. How many of you now have a pillow on your fridge? And if you do, why? I'd like to know that. In the comments, please feel free to share that. Listen, what I've got today, I'm excited, is this email. I really revamped my email campaign. This time I've also included, what did I add? About 20 more new email addresses, including Space Force. Why not, right? I'm volunteering, which means any space agency can certainly have access to me as long as I'm going up into space and getting us closer to Mars. Also, the Japan Space Agency. I have a couple email addresses there as well. So what I like to do, if it's okay with you guys, is just kind of read this real quick. That's as big as it is. It's not it's not 5 pages. It's easier for me to read on there than here, though. So with that said, let's just get into it. So I titled it Urgent, Mars Target Update 2026 versus 2829, right? And I tried to make it look a little official. Update May 29, 2025, March urgent for global release. Maybe in Japan, they'll be looking at this and going, oh, this is real. We need to get a hold of this guy. So here it says the next major launch window for Mars, which is the time when Earth and Mars are closest together, is in late 2026. At that point, it'll be roughly about a 6-month journey, right? Then after that, well, let's stick with that for a second. This window is crucial for efficient travel between the planets. SpaceX plans to use this window to launch uncrewed starships to Mars, aiming to test landing capabilities, okay? If successful, they anticipate launching crewed missions in the following launch window, which is likely late 2028, 2029. That's when they think they're going to start sending people there, if successful. So it's not if, it's when. I've said that about a lot of things in my life, and so far they've been true. Not if, but when. This is just another example of that. That's the first little bit I'm sending on the email. The next part says I'm proposing an accelerated timeline. Using an expendable crew on a one-way mission to determine if we can land on and safely live on the planet for 30 days. At which point we would euthanize or be placed under cryo for future use. Maybe they need an extra heart or a lung. Freeze it till they need it, right? Not only that, however, there will be a secondary return vehicle on the planet to be used as needed for the next manned mission. And any and all data incurred during this first manned mission would further guarantee the success on that next manned mission to Mars. Yeah, and you heard me right. Expendable crew, coalition of expendable seniors, we would euthanize or go cryo, you know? We'll figure it out. We'll work it out. Like the police say, we'll sort it out. We'll figure it out. The next paragraph is sending a crewless mission to Mars just to see if we can land only slows the process and is a waste of resources when we can send a manned mission sooner, only ensuring the safety and success of future manned missions with scientists aboard. And isn't that what this is about? Getting us there sooner than later? This is all in the email, right? Next down here, it says, I hope and pray earnestly that you, maybe you right there, maybe you need a copy of this email to send to somebody. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I hope and pray earnestly that you will reach out to me via either an email, confidential reply, or text message me. Text message me. I had a tooth pulled yesterday. I got a fat lip and it's making me stumble a little bit. But text messaging me at 757-793-6656. As I rarely answer the phone anymore, the benefit of being retired from that full-time hustle and grind. And at a young, spry 67 years of age, I am continuing to pursue a future that I have already seen. You know, you got to visualize your goals to get them. And I know I'm going to get into space for sure. Ending with the last paragraph here, it just says, have we been a race of beings that just as soon as we are able to go off-world, we annihilate the very possibility of ever doing it? Nuclear wars, global climate, political unrest, financial unrest, global artificial intelligence. What's the next unforeseen thing that could happen in the next 12 months, 24 or 36 months? Fact is, we don't know. That's why it's called the unforeseen. I do know this. I look forward to hearing from you soon, too. Sincerely, with respect, I am SubaruSteve Montgomery, Mars One mission astronaut, founder of the Coalition of Expendable Seniors, allowing us to make the greatest of contributions to our known world. Yeah, so that's cool, isn't it? If you'd like a copy of this, now I sent it to 20 new emails this morning, including Space Force and the Japan Space Agency. Total emails sent on this one, 80. And the last time I checked, only 6 came back, which means I have 74 of these deliverable emails that went out about, it says 10 o'clock, about 2 hours ago, right? And then I have on there attached the prior email, which I even listed some milestones there, but that's old news. Y'all can always go back to that. So, folks, that's it. I am still gung-ho about making this happen and getting up into space. What? I'm not worried about that. I just want to go there. Yeah. If you all have any questions, you can go to my .com site, SubaruSteve.com. I haven't updated it in a bit, but it's pretty legit. It says on here that the last agencies I contacted, NASA, SpaceX, these are on the list here. Space agencies such as NASA, SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, Space Perspective. Oh, I got a typo in there. And the European Space Agency. Now, I've taken some of the emails out to those agencies, but I've also, as I mentioned, added Space Force and the Japan Space Agency. And again, wrapping this up, if you'd like a copy of this email, type your email in the comments at the end of the live stream, or text me your email address at 757-793-6656. It's all over my website there. I'd be happy to get that to you. And remember, from what I've been told and where I'm led, Oscar Wilde once said, success, it's a science. If you have the conditions, you get the results. Yeah, he said that. Yeah. He didn't say it today. I said it today, but he once said that. And I again, it goes right with us today on Thursday that success, me going into space, now, even though there's science involved, it's not a science. Me going there, I don't need a scientist. I need to envision the dream. You know, here we go. Here's a little motto I like to live by. Dream, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. What a great thing to live by. You all have a blessed day wherever you go, whatever you do. Do it like me in a Subaru, or carry some Subaru around with you